What was the timeline between you being in a WWE ring to you debuting in AEW? It's pretty close.
That was January. It was like a month and a bit, maybe.
Yeah,
less than a month and a half.
And there was, I mean, it was hyped. There was a lot of hype.
Yep.
Behind your debut, and then Tony Khan says you're one of his favorite wrestlers of all time. So now the bar's set real high.
Yeah, yeah. And you know how wrestling fans are, right? Nothing's ever good enough. So, you know, when my name was announced, there were some people obviously that were, you know, thinking it was going to be somebody else. Maybe hoping it was going to be somebody else. There was a lot of people that were happy it was me too.
Of course.
But, you know, when you do something like that, that's not a surprise. When you hype something, you're giving people the opportunity to have an opinion.
Yeah.
And either good or bad, and they're going to voice that after, right? So,
but it wasn't just like, here's a big surprise or here's a big debut. It was, here's a big debut, and then they gave some qualifiers, right? He's a future Hall of Famer. Okay, right. well, it's got to be one of these 2 or 3 or 4 people.
Right.
And I wasn't shocked that it was you, but I'm like, damn right. Of course.
Yeah. And like I said, you know, and you know, I heard all those things that were said after, and you know, that maybe it wasn't big enough for the hype and all those sorts of things. And you know, when we were doing these press conferences, after I took the TNT Championship, which was basically thrown on the scrap heap, and I revived that title to make it at one point, and I'll die on this hill, that it was as prestigious, if not more prestigious, than the world title when I had that run. And, you know, we're main eventing a pay-per-view, Wrestle Dream, with it. And we were sitting in the scrum after, and I had my opportunity to basically, and to say, you know, there was people, and there's probably a lot of people in this room that thought that the signing was overhyped. And I just wanted to make them eat their words.
How could anyone be upset about it? Like, nothing they said about that tease was untrue. Of course, you're a future Hall of Famer.
Well, like I said, when you give people, when you promote something, you give the people a chance to be let down. Sure. Either they're happy or let down. Yeah. So it's going to be either or. Yeah. And if it was a surprise, if I just showed up out of the blue as a surprise, universally I probably would have been like, "Oh, this is amazing." Yeah. But when you, like I said, when you give people a choice, it changes things. But I also understand why Tony did it, because he's a promoter and he wants to get people to tune in.